look in the location, it's that north district.
Okay.
Basically, our census showed entire numbers in
I'll
one
just do
county.
Stacy did the rough time, so
So
she's
that's
out.
all the.
They all show there?
So then they just amends it to basically introduction.
Right.
Oh, okay. Maybe
It's all it is just to do paying bills.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
want to amend that.
I
to our
don't see-
regular meeting. So just pull those off agenda, and we still have.
I don't
the
see Brad Sherman
resolution.
on here. Oh, there.
There he is,
Gotcha.
yeah.
John said he got the field done.
Johnson, oh,
Okay.
Mo, done. So say
But
we're
you
gonna
said the
paint-
field is done.
We're gonna paint individual hash marks or yard marks tomorrow.
This shows painting those windows on that building.
On the admin building?
Yeah,
That is just ChatGPT.
yeah.
So ChatGPT just probably plugged it in that way.
Yeah, it's,
Now, his price does not include the admin building. That would
yeah,
be
you
different.
can get that separate. I wouldn't plan on painting those windows because the style of windows they are,
Well, those windows really need to be.
they probably need to look.
CD shot on this
Right.
guy.
No, you got that one tonight.
Those are-
Yeah, I
those-
usually get that
Oh, do
one.
you?
Those are original. I did ask for that about 3 years ago and it never went anywhere.
The windows?
Yeah.
Would it be more
I
efficient?
know that once all my guys come back from vacation, we're gonna be doing some landscaping around the admin building to kind of spruce it up,
We can switch that.
so.
Yeah, just going to the stone and nice. Anything we don't have to keep up, right? You can spray some.
Spray it down
Spray
and,
it.
yeah.
New agenda item.
Yeah, I would say not spray those. Those ones. You ready?
That's
You
just-
going here? It's been it's a long summer. Gotta stop overcommitting to stuff.
Stop committing to stuff.
Overcommitting.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've had it downtime this summer.
Recording in progress.
Next year will be an option for us as well, another driver.
Yeah, I hope for sure. You know. Not just between work and kids all.
Here's first.
You know, they're both playing softball, let's play team ball, and then do clear doing softball, basketball. Eden's playing in Goshen soccer league every Friday, Saturday or Sunday. Huh?
You got two, Claire and the other one?
Evelyn, and then I have Brad too, youngest. So, it's just a lot, but.
It's inside business,
Yeah.
right?
Just basically, it's like-
Is it separate from this?
Yes, it's-
She has it inside this.
She should have it
She has it inside. That's, see inside here.
It should be inside.
That's what I'm saying. It's right here.
Yes, yes.
That's how. All right. We're gonna start the meeting at 6:03. All rise. We'll do the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we got call to order. All board members are present. You got a video, Bill. That was the last meeting. One in the background or something. So roll call, everybody's here. Any Patriot comments? There were no Patriot comments. Takes us right into section C. We're gonna have a public hearing and open the hearing at I need a motion to open the hearing, right?
A
Do I have a
motion.
motion to open the hearing on the preliminary determination?
I motion to open the meeting.
Andy Doyle makes a motion to open, and do I have a second?
I'll second.
Rod Decker seconds. We will open the meeting at 6:04 on the bonds, preliminary bond determination hearings, for 2026. Does anybody wanna talk about bonds?
I'm from Baker Tilly.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Huntington with Baker Tilly. We serve as the municipal advisor for the school corporation. So I'm gonna talk just a little bit about the financing, and the cost of the financing of the project. So, I think you all have a copy of the presentation. So we'll turn, to slide 2, and this is a chart that illustrates the existing debt service and lease rental payments of the school corporation. Just one thing I'd like to point out is that if you'll notice between 2026 and 2027, we see a significant drop in the amount of debt service the school corporation is paying. That allows us to issue this additional debt without having impact on the debt service fund levy. And even in years to come, you have plenty of flexibility to issue debt to address any capital projects that might arise in the next even 10 years or so. The next page, the one all full of numbers, are the numbers behind the graph. So if again, you'll take a look and see between 2026 and 2027, we have some bonds maturing, and you have about a $1.1 million decrease in your debt service payments. So as we look at issuing the new debt, the next page, page 4, is a schedule of the school corporation's general obligation bonding capacity. This is based on the net assessed value of the school corporation, so it's 1/3 times 2% of your current net assessed value, and from that we deduct any outstanding general obligation debt. Keep in mind, so today, or as of July 16th, your general obligation bonding capacity is $2.64 million, because we always round it up to the next 5,000. This number will fluctuate as we issue general obligation debt, as we pay down general obligation debt, and with your net assessed value.
Is there potential for this to change again based on the end of when we pull this? You know how sometimes the new assessments come out, right?
So,
This is a really close ballpark for today, but then it can vary a little bit based on the new assessments before we pull at the end, right?
it can vary based on the new assessments. Generally, the net assessed value comes out by August 1st of every year. But we can base our capacity for 2026 on the 2026 net assessed value. So page 5 really just gives you a little bit of overview of some of the impacts on Senate Enrolled Act 1 that was signed into law last year. It just talks about the new deductions on homestead and how the restructuring on homesteads and additional property tax credits come on in actually this year and moving into 2027 and beyond. So we'll just turn to page 6 of the presentation, and this is a summary of the proposed financing. So we have set a maximum borrowing amount of $2,640,000. That is your general obligation debt capacity. Once we set this maximum, the school corporation can't hire or issue any additional debt higher than that without going through this hearing process again. We estimate about 2.4 million available to address your projects because we need to deduct issuance costs such as those for bond counsel, legal counsel, Baker Tilly's, and underwriter fees. We assume a repayment term of just a little over 3 years. However, we have set a maximum repayment term of 5 years to give you flexibility on the day of sale in case, we want to be able to account for any unexpected contingencies. We also base this on a maximum interest rate of 5.5%. So the estimated interest cost is based on that. That is a conservatively high number. Again, the markets these days are a little bit volatile with all of the political happenings around the world. So again, we want to give you kind of what we would call the highest amount. We expect that it would be lower than that, probably around 4.5% when we go to market.
And that would be go to market in the fall or sooner? I mean, I just wonder if it'd behoove us to do it.
December-ish, right?
We anticipate going to market in September. At this time, we'll wait till
Okay.
the net assessed values come out. Again, we do monitor the market. We have people that take care of that. So if they say, now's a good time to go, we'll be ready to go. If they say, let's wait, we'll do that as well.
Let me ask you,
Thanks.
Yes.
so the last one we did, we repaid it in 2 years. We
Yes.
borrowed it and repaid it in 2 years.
Mhm.
How come we've extended this out to 3?
We extended it out to 3 years so that we don't have to increase your debt service fund levy. Okay, so we're taking this 2.6 million. Our goal is, and if you'd like to turn to the next page, there's a chart here. As you can see, your debt service fund levy is, I should have had that number. It's gonna remain steady throughout the first 2 years of this bond issue. So we won't have any increases. So we did extend it a little bit. So the maximum term here is 5 years. We can't exceed that term, but depending on the rates we get on the day of the sale, we could make it shorter, okay? But we just can't go beyond that maximum. So, depending on what the rates are, what the interest looks like, we could certainly shorten that term if we thought it was advisable to you, but we do want to keep that debt service levy as stable as we can.
I would just assume if we're rolling off, because we've made the payments, right, we had the capacity to make the payments,
Yes.
that we should make the same amount of payments.
For you mean 2 years versus 3?
Yeah, that makes sense?
Can, but it could, yeah, I agree, but it could possibly increase our debt service, right?
Correct.
Could
Right.
decrease the rate.
Correct.
I don't get how. If we're exchanging payment for payment,
It's truly a function of what you used in your debt service fund in 2026 and what some of the cash that you have on hand, your operating balance, and then the payment amounts in 2027 and beyond. So there are a lot of moving parts. You have what's called an operating balance in your debt service fund. And what happened was, if you'll take a look back at slide 3, in 2026, you had these general obligation bonds roll off, and part of that payment for those bonds was taken from the operating balance of on your debt service fund. So we had a little bit less cash to work with when we layered in this new debt. So to be conservative, we we didn't wanna take your cash balances down too far in the debt service fund, so we did extend the term, on these bonds, by 1 year. Really just to protect you, so your operating balance doesn't go too low in the debt service fund. And you don't have to increase the levy to build that balance back up.
I understand that.
I think maybe you're asking as an opportunity to save some interest if we have a
Right,
shorter
that-
term,
that's the whole
right?
purpose,
Absolutely.
right? Like,
So-
the whole purpose to
Absolutely.
go back to 24 months is the interest overall payment. And so if we're paying right now, let's say we're paying back $1 million in payments this year, or over 2 years, it'd be 1.3. Again, like, what are we currently paying? Cause that's gonna be off from the last bond we did, right? Right?
Right, so, the way that the debt service fund works though, is you are allowed to keep a certain balance in the debt service fund because of the remaining payment of the, 2024 GO bonds. When those bonds matured though, you, would have to pay, you weren't able to levy this full 1.1 million, okay? Because you had to use some of the operating balance in your debt service fund. That's kind of a DLGF rule, that if you have some money in there available, you need to use that to pay the last payment of maturing debt instead of levying for it. Okay, so,
I guess I'm asking if I have a $500 a month snowmobile payment and I pay it off, I now have $500 free to make more payments. So I can go buy something else, right?
correct.
So if we're doing that currently with the last 2-year bond that we did, when that rolls off, which should be, unless I'm wrong on the dates, but it should be somewhere in December, correct?
Correct.
So then we would have whatever that payment was now currently
Snowball on.
to be able
Right.
to pay.
That is correct, but with a 5.5% interest rate that we've calculated, again, we wanted to make sure that we didn't deplete your reserves in the debt service fund.
Yeah. Do you remember what our 24 was? It was right around there, 5%, or it wasn't a great.
I think it was less. I think
Did it
we
come
ended
out
up in the
less?
threes
It might have
even.
been less, I can look that up,
That would change.
but
So
again.
we don't have to pick this until the day we go to bond, correct?
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, that's one thing.
That's-
And again, the day we go to market for the bond, we'll have a better idea of what the current interest rates are, and we can certainly adjust the repayment schedule at that time. We would prefer to show you conservative estimates
Yeah, no, that's fine.
and have no surprises on the day of sale, than to say, oh yeah, we can do this for 2 years, and then when budget time comes, you have to increase that levy.
Yeah, my only overall thought process is, we don't wanna pay more interest if we don't have to.
Correct.
And then the other thing is, if we extend it out and we gotta come back in 2028 for more bond, our bond be able to pull at that point, the capacity will be less, as opposed to like staying on this
The 2-year program, yeah.
million every 2 years.
Yes, yep,
Does that make sense?
exactly.
That-
It
that's
does,
what-
yes, it
'cause
does
if we
make
extend,
perfect sense.
if we
Yeah.
start extending the terms, that we're hiccuping what our bond capacity is gonna be in the
For the future.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, right, if, you know, the opportunity arises, you know, based on the market conditions, interest rates, we can certainly shorten the term. We just can't go out farther than that maximum of 5 years. But we do have some flexibility in there, absolutely.
So you kind of wait till the last
Yeah.
minute to get your,
Yeah.
call your best
Right.
scenario.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No, and we're pretty much have to be on this every other year now.
Right.
We're gonna need to get a bond. I mean, that's just the nature of Indiana tax and financing law for public schools. I mean, it's, yeah.
Right.
And guys, we also have Dennis from, on council who's online. Dennis, do you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm here. Nice to talk to you. Jacob's out this week, so I'm covering for him. But I'm happy to answer any questions. I heard the presentation from Baker Tilly, and yeah, this is statutorily required, your first preliminary hearing, and you'll have another one at your meeting next month, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do you have any questions
I
for
don't
our
have any
council?
more.
No, yeah,
No.
that was, thank you.
Your lady did good here.
I don't think we have anything, Dennis.
The Baker Tilly team always does an excellent job, so I'm happy to just sit back and enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Lisa.
So just for the newer that haven't been through this before, last time Rod and I went through one, like he says, at the last minute, we'll find out the most accurate interest rates and everything else. And like last time, they were only, for some reason, they were only wanting to take $1 million. But as you see on her page 6, so if we ask for 260, it costs about 2.4, or it costs $200,000 to like make the thing happen.
Right.
Before interest, right? Like that's a cost before interest that we're gonna pay for, is the origination fees and all that stuff.
Correct.
And, last time what they tried to do is just take $1 million over 3 years. It was like $1 million over 3. And it was gonna cost like, just in them to organize it, 1.2. So we took the max, which we're still sitting on, to being able to spend here once we get some of these
Yeah.
things going. We're still sitting on essentially that whole thing, but otherwise we would have had to repay this.
Going through all that
like
work and all the
140,
process, you
yeah.
might as well try
And
to
it's
get.
Right.
savings of money too as well versus doing it
Yeah,
piece
Yeah.
by piece versus
Yeah.
taking the jump.
yeah, cause
Yeah.
cause you can do it yearly, right?
You
You
can
could do it yearly if we
You could do it
needed.
yearly.
The problem is if we take it every year, you're gonna spend 120 to 130 grand in them setting it up every
It's
single
like
year.
origination
For closing
fees or
costs,
whatever you
right,
call it.
basically closing
Essentials.
costs.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, if
I'm
we
glad
have
to hear
any-
September, that, I like that date. If we,
Yeah.
as she mentioned, you never know what circumstances you're gonna get into. It might behoove us to act by then.
Move forward.
Yeah.
Cause we are on pace for, we are, with having this meeting tonight, right, we're on pace for September eligibility.
Yes.
All right, there's nobody in the room, I guess there's these two guys. Do we have any patron comments on the public hearing? No comments. We will close the public hearing at 6:22. The public hearing will close, and we will move on to, section D, consensus agenda, which we don't have anything for this evening. Action items, subject E, is there a recommendation to remove?
Yes, I recommend that we remove actually the part 2 and part 3 of action, in the fact that our.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
In a few weeks.
Sounds good.
Our principals had scheduled a regular board meeting versus the additional board meeting, so I would like to remove those, and we'll bring those into next meeting.
Do I have a motion to remove items 2 and 3?
I make a motion to remove those items 2 and 3.
Don makes a motion to remove, and to second.
I second.
Tom seconds. And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0 to remove items 2 and, so, item number 1, building address resolution. So, the cold storage building address is being assumed by the elementary current address. If you haven't seen the resolution, there's a copy here. just merging those two lot numbers to one address. Can I get somebody to make a motion to approve the resolution for the building address?
I move to make a resolution.
A second.
Andrew first, Rod seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Any discussion or questions?
Would this be the time to ask if there's a timeline for the construction to start?
They're supposed to come framed mid-August.
Okay.
It's busy season, August is busy season, so I don't know if it'll be earlier or late. Some of the early rain we have, but we haven't had a lot of like rain days lately, so we might be able to catch back up. But we need this resolution so Zach can get the permit and then
Yeah.
everything's good to go.
Okay.
If you haven't seen already, Zach and I have put out the like framework of where the building will sit, those little posts in the ground.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanna see it, those little sticks that are out there, it shows the main section, it shows a concrete slab, and then it shows, the office section. It looks really small when there's no, when it just
Looks
sticks in the
small now.
yard.
Yeah.
It looks really small, but it's 600 square feet of office, which is 3 times what you got now, probably.
Yeah, which is
Oh.
more than what we need.
Yeah, it looks small. Did you
By
see
there,
it?
it does look
Yeah,
small.
it looks like his office, it's 18
once you
by
get walls, it's a little
36,
bit different.
you know, it's 18 by 36 to have an office for them guys. But yeah, you look at it in the grass and it's kinda like, they're not gonna fit in there.
I'm a big guy.
Yeah. I was thinking though, we're gonna probably have to move the bathrooms into, the big section, but, just to make sure there's enough room there. But mid-August is what the goal is hopefully. So. Any other questions? Cool, Zach will work on getting that permit and we should be good to go. Section 3, that's it. Superintendent comments.
Just real quick, you know, it's great to see our kids even engaged in the summer with school, and I know that Nick with the basketball program, and actually our AD and others took the basketball team down to, is it Bankersville? Is that the name?
No, it's.
Cambridge.
It's
Cambridge,
Yeah.
change, you know, I'm dated, but Cambridge, and get a play on the floor that the Fever play on, and get a scrimmage in that, and then go watch the Fever game. We really cool.
It was
cool
fun.
Rod
day for
hooked it all the way up there.
He did.
I made it up, but what, I wanted to commend Nick, and it was a great event.
Absolutely.
Those
great for our
kids over,
kids, yeah.
and the
Yeah.
participate, I mean, there were a lot of parents and people from the
Mhm.
community there. It was really cool. Kudos to Nick for
It's awesome.
getting engaged and making that happen. That was
So
something.
excited for our kids, that's just really cool.
And especially the little one. I mean, I know the older girls were excited too, but the junior high girls,
Yeah.
they just had a ball.
Yeah.
It was really exciting for them.
And they got to see Caitlin Clark at
Yes,
the game.
she played, yeah.
Caitlin Clark
That was
won.
nice.
In the game. There's always fireworks, that's kind of fun.
That fourth quarter was.
And last thing, you know, Cameron, our band director, we were talking about, just how the summer, there's no downtime. He's getting ready to start his kind of mini camp, and then also going into the band camp, and just, you know, summer band, and, you know, it's always a fun time, an exciting time, but there's certainly not a lot of downtime. So our kids are engaged all summer. They're spending time doing the things that they love to do with academics, athletics, and just getting ready for the school year, which again, it really never ends.
Cool. Any board comments? Our next meeting is July 13th, so.
I won't be here for that one, so
Okay.
just so you guys know,
That's fine.
I'm out of town.
Anybody else?
July 13th.
Huh?
I'm just repeating the date, July 13th.
Yes.
6:30.
6:30.
6:30.
I was sending out those, I don't know if that, my liked them or didn't like them?
I love it, Jared.
Okay.
You saved me today with the 6 o'clock, cause
I would have been here at 6:30.
I had forgotten, so thank you for that.
Your
saved-
superintendent
Rod
might have been
saved-
here at 6:30 also if we hadn't talked and I
Well,
remember.
Rod saved everybody because Rod mentioned to me yesterday, I'll see you at 6. So then I double checked it and I thought it was 6. So then I double checked with Keith and he's like, no, 6:30.
And then I went and looked again, no, it's
And then he
6.
called me back.
Oh, good.
No, that was,
So,
good job.
I do have a minor question while we're all here. So obviously the softball diamond's gone because of the new facility there, and they've moved activities out to Newton Park, right, for
Yeah.
this season. Baseball doing the same thing? Are we planning on that field, like, just letting it go eventually, or thoughts?
There's not any permanent plans or thoughts. The, once we see the construction of what this new entrance maybe comes out to,
Yep.
that may be where we have something else that impedes it, and then that would be a conversation on. As of now, we're keeping it as much as possible if we need it. We really the junior high boys practice on it 10 times this year. We had 2 games out there. That's probably about it.
High school boys haven't played out there though.
No, they moved everything to
Newton
Newton
Park.
Park.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, I just wasn't up to speed on all that, so it's
Yeah.
just, you know.
Yeah, so there's no plan to like remove that until it's in the way,
Okay.
essentially, is what I would say. There's no we wouldn't have probably pulled the softball if it wasn't in the way of where this building should go.
Okay.
So.
And again, in talking to Nick too, I think that we have just a lot of exciting opportunities with Newton.
Yeah.
To do some things with Newton Park also. I think we're excited about it. We're just, I think the collaboration is gonna be there. New fresh face in our athletic director that's really excited about the partnership, which I think is gonna make a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I have a daughter on the softball team, which you were able to match a lot of softball and baseball games at the same time, so it's like really friendly down there.
Oh, for sure.
Because you could go back and forth and see, when you're when they were here but separated, you can't view them the
Can't
same.
Can't just
quickly
walk from one to the other.
see and assess what's going on.
You can't see what's going on. You don't know the score from here to there, those kind of things. The,
Superintendent, it was nice. I did
Yeah.
enjoy
Sure.
that part,
Sure.
being able to watch
Yes.
2 games at once and be able to see both the baseball and softball. They played a couple games at the same time. It was really nice.
Zach got it set up, but, the softball field has been handed off to, or the softball scoreboard has been handed off to Newton Park. So the goal will be that gets put up for next year at the
Nice.
season.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So
Oh,
then
cool.
our scoreboard from here will be,
Yeah, I saw them loading it onto the flatbed
What about
the other day,
those
hauling
new
it off, so I was
bleachers
wondering
that
where it
we
was going.
bought too? We're gonna
Yeah,
move
are those getting
somewhere?
moved out of there so they're not just sitting in the weeds? The new bleachers out there?
Yes.
the new bleachers are already moved, right?
Yeah, we've already moved them.
The
Awesome.
bleachers that are in, those are old.
So,
Right.
what, not to expand on the conversation, but I talked to Keith last week, the baseball bleachers, because of the limited use that we've done out there, we're gonna move those bleachers also to tennis.
Okay.
So we can maintain that concourse a little bit better. Those bleachers really
Suck
kinda
in the
hinder us
leaves.
from being able to
Yeah.
do what
Yeah.
we need to do out
Yeah.
there.
I've
The
been
tip
and roll.
Weeds that were jammed up.
The tip and roll bleachers that are currently at the tennis court, we're gonna donate those to the Paz Community Park
Oh, nice.
for, the pickleball courts.
Nice.
Because we'll have a overabundance of bleacher space at tennis at that point. So we will no longer, we don't have any use for the tip and rolls here, so we're gonna,
We'll donate those ones down there and then essentially upgrade these.
Yeah,
places.
so a good faith gesture to the park, we're gonna donate those to that community, and then hopefully that just makes us a little bit more efficient out there too. And then when you guys decide what is gonna become of the baseball field, it's less clutter to manipulate.
Good.
Whose decision is that at the end of the day?
As far as
Like what we're gonna do with that,
As far-
per se?
I mean,
The
it's
field
our
space?
decision. Absolutely, it's our decision.
The only thing I
You're
would
just-
Yeah.
just throw out here as my mind hit and you guys brought it up is, those dugouts are in such bad shape.
They are in terrible shape.
I would assume that if you guys are all in favor of it, we just tear them out for now. Like, you could still have a game and you could still have,
We would have to provide some kind of all-weather bench then, at that
Yeah,
point, just an open-air bench.
for the template, yeah.
But if that's the direction, I can get them
But
broke out.
my thought is if we go ahead and remove the dugouts, they're not there during football season, that's gonna be coming up, and everybody sees them, and,
Now, does the PE use that field at all, or,
no,
okay,
not to my,
They don't use it as a baseball field.
yeah.
right.
They will run other activities out there,
That's-
but it's not for baseball. They
Okay.
don't- I've never
Yeah.
seen baseball bats and gloves and balls out there during PE.
Maintenance perspective, it makes sense to take those dugouts out now.
I've been advocating for some kind of dugout enhancement for a long time. At this point, removal would be an enhancement to what we have.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was thinking.
So your recommendation would also be that they be removed? Am I
Yes.
understanding that right? Okay.
Yes, and if we do choose to keep baseball here long-term, then knowing that we would have to come.
Revisit
we'd have
that?
to do
Yeah.
something at some point.
Okay,
Yeah, the dugouts right now in their current state are not, I wouldn't say dangerous, but I would not, they're gonna be.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And we don't
I
want that.
I
You don't
think-
want
I don't
that.
think
Yeah,
that's
there's,
gonna
I mean,
be-
there's holes in the roof.
Well, that's what I'm kinda thinking along the lines of, it's gonna cost us money in maintenance, then
And then, yeah, like, so if we're talking
Stupid
about moving
lawsuit.
those, I mean, cause we can keep it nice looking that the field's there, so they wanna go out and play kickball on the
Mhm.
field or do
Yeah.
whatever.
Still
That's
have
all
some green
still-
space, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
need
all
the
still
green
there.
space.
Yeah, but,
Well, in the meantime, too, that baseball field could be used for, as an alternate or whatever for softball and baseball if the need came up, right? I mean,
Yeah.
just
Well,
to practice or do
yeah,
whatever,
they could use the
right?
field, softball can't, you technically can't get the softball, the field's too big for the softball.
Oh, like,
Practice.
I'm thinking like
But,
kids
yeah,
playing in a
practice,
field, you
yeah.
can set up and have a
Yeah.
game,
Yeah,
right?
sure,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
okay.
Right,
yeah, and then I think it just is kind of more nice looking if it's just
yeah.
cleared out and open, so.
fair
It's
enough.
up to you and Zach finally, but it sounds
Yeah.
like we're
We
all.
can come back and address that next meeting if we'd like, if
Yeah.
anybody's interested. I think that's something we definitely.
Is that something we have to like vote on?
Well, we would just vote, we would do it and makes it official. We don't necessarily, but I'd like to do that. And then we'll
Okay.
just also
Just fine.
That's fine.
include Nick a little bit in it too and just make sure, you know, that he feels good about it. But I don't think, like I said, right now, the only time we used it for a few
We-
games.
we
and
had
you could
2
still-
games,
And
so.
you could still use it
Yeah.
without the dugouts. I mean, again, you just have to, have a bench there that they can sit in and be all weather. It's not gonna, I wouldn't suggest wood.
Well, baseball's also a sport though that once the weather is bad, you're gone
Yeah.
anyways.
Yep.
Fair enough.
But yeah, if we could clean that up and level it out, it'd be
I'd say just put it on the next board meeting
nice.
minutes and vote on them.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, well, meeting will be adjourned at 6:37.
Now that we're adjourned and I got all you guys here, I wanna talk about the uprights for the old scoreboard at softball, the I-beams.
Thank you.